What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Kiko's. This is Josh. What we got going on? Let's do a little bit of talking about the importance of a quality buck. So, we just went and picked up Megawatt the other day, got him home, and got him in a pen, and we have started putting some does with him. Excuse me. And we're getting ready for breeding. So I want to tell you a few things of what we do. What we've been doing is we've been feeding just a little bit. Like every other day I pour out a couple of scoops, and we're just trying to nutritionally flush these does to get them ready for breeding. So I'm going to pour out a little bit of feed, and then let's get to talking about why it's important to have a quality buck breeding your nannies. Alright, so I just throw out a couple of scoops of feed every other day just to kind of give these does a little bit of food to get them ready for breeding season. So when we talk about nutritionally flushing these does, what I mean is about 2 to 3 weeks prior to them going in with the buck, I bought a higher quality feed, and they haven't been on no feed throughout the summer. They've been strictly grasses. And so whenever I talk about nutritionally flushing them, what I talk about is adding a high quality feed, and about 2 to 3 weeks prior to breeding these does, we started feeding a little bit, and they're all looking good. Most of these right here are my New Zealands. There's our steer, Kef, Bud. Most of these are New Zealands, and I got a couple of purebreds right here, but I've got some more on another pasture north of town I got to go get picked up. And what we're going to do is we're going to separate our breeding paddocks. So Megawatt's going to get a select few of nannies, and then BT will get the other half, and we will put them accordingly to what we think will cross well with one or the other. I know that last year we had some hits with BT crossing him, made some super good dolings. And BT, I think he's a doe maker, and he puts that color, puts that frame on them. And Megawatt, man, I tell you what, that guy, just sitting watching him, he is an impressive goat, and I think he's really going to improve our herd. So I've got some exciting crosses in here I'm going to put to see how they work out. But talking about your bucks, that is half of your herd. One half. If you have 100 babies, he is 50% of them babies. So why not invest in a quality buck, put him on them nannies, make them crosses, and see what he produces. We know with Megawatt and BT, they have both already proven themselves as far as growth, as far as parasites, and crossing them and making good babies. We know we already hit a home run with him, and we're just going to continue to improve. Like this year, we kept a handful of BT does, so we will cross them when they grow out on Megawatt, and I think that's going to be an outstanding cross anyways. We do have a yearling BT doe that we're crossing with Megawatt, so we're going to kind of get a sneak peek of what that's going to be like. But I just wanted to talk with you guys about the importance of a good buck. And we do. We got a young prospect that we're growing out. I'm going to show you guys him. He's got everything we think that a buck should have. He's no maintenance. He's got the bone. He's got the build, and he acts like one. He struts around, acts like he's a little, he acts different than the other ones, I tell you. But I want to show you guys them, but let's talk about the importance of a quality buck. All right, guys, so genetically speaking, the buck, he is half of your herd. And I want to show you right here. Look at this guy right here. This dude, he has got it all. I want you to look at that top line. It's solid, straight. That rear end, he's got a good rear end. He's got good legs. He's got good bone. I'm telling you, this right here is a quality buck. And that's why we invested in him, to improve our herd. And here's his little group of doelings that he's got. Right now we got 13 with him. We're going to add about 20 more to put with him. And these are going to be his group of girls. That one, the second one with the red ear tag, that's a BT doeling yearling. And I want you to look at her frame on her. She's never been bred, and we're going to have that cross with a megawatt. Should be a great cross. So this doe right here, he's checking out. She is the doe that we're consigning to the Oklahoma Hill sale. She's a nice yearling, never been bred. Here's the other one right here, the tan one. She's consigned to the Oklahoma Hill sale. That's in September. She's in with megawatt. Hopefully she'll be bred. All right, here's a little buckling that he's born here, and we're growing him out, and we're going to look at him. I'm going to show you a video of him and the other one right next to him. There ain't nothing wrong with the one next to him. They're both New Zealand's. I just want you to see that this little blue one right here, he's really got what we think it takes to make a herd sire. He's long, he's got the leg, he's got the bone, he's got a chest, he's got a frame on him. But both these are the same age. And I just want you to check out this blue buck right here. He's kind of blue and white. He's just got a little bit more frame on him, just a little bit bigger. Wider. He's wide in the front end. He's really long. But this little buckling right here, we're going to keep him and we're going to grow him out. We're going to see what he does. Might cross him on a couple commercials, but we think he's got what it takes to be a good, maybe a herd sire one of these days. It's still pretty hot out here in Texas right now, but you'll catch these does. You'll catch them rubbing on him, showing him attention. You know, they're ready to be bred. And right now with this heat here in Texas, you know, it takes a little while for them to get going. As soon as we get a really good cold snap, man, they'll be breeding like crazy. But we've seen a little bit of action, not much, but it's always like that here in Texas. It's always hot right now, and it's always seems like the breeding is slow to start. But we put these does in, and then they'll cycle through a few times, get bred, and we'll know right around about the time we start having kids. So we just got BT put in with some of his own herd. I haven't got most of mine brought over here, but hey, there ain't nothing wrong with this goat right here. This is a top quality buck too. He's got the genetics, he's got the growth, he's got the parasite resistance. We know he makes good does. But there's a big difference between him and Megawatt. Megawatt is a stout, shorter type buck. Megawatt, he weighed 235 a month ago. Haven't weighed BT, but BT has got a bigger type frame. He is a bigger, stouter, taller type buck. But my uncle, we're over here at his place, and like I said, he's kind of nutritionally flushing these does, getting them ready for breeding, getting them sound. You can see they're all in good shape. So throughout the summer, they was on just a forage type diet, only pasture only. And for the past 2 weeks, we've been kind of feeding just a little bit, kind of getting them ready for breeding season. We don't want them fat. We don't want them where they won't breed. We just want them just a little bit of something to them extra, and get them to where, you know, they're nutritionally sound and ready to breed. And hopefully that'll up our breeding. But here's BT right here. You can see he towers over these does, and he's got a good frame on him, big, lots of leg to him. He's tall, and he has that color to boot. You can check out this little kid right here. Here's one of his little buck kids. He sure throws that color to him. That's why we invest in a good quality buck. Yes, we are going to eventually, hopefully with the little one we got over there, we're going to eventually start growing our own out. And we have sold some bucks from our quality herd sires, and I think they're going to go on to make really good herd sires for other people. But out of 60 bucklings, we kept that one for us. I think that we sold 2 as herd sires. We grew them out, watched them grow. They had the bone, no worming, they did good, so we let them go. And then we sold like 2 as commercial herd sires. But we don't really sell a whole lot of bucklings, so that was 5 out of 60 that we looked at, and they kind of just had a little bit different look to them, kind of what we're looking for. But it's good to invest in a quality buck for your herd. We have quality nannies here, and we got several different lines of genetics. We're crossing these on our bucks, and we're keeping them. And I'll show you, you know, what the cross is. With this BT buck, we've kept 20 something dolings to retain. So what we'll do is we'll keep them dolings, grow them out, and we'll breed them next year when they're 18 months old, and we'll breed them to Megawatt. But I'll show you them. So that's kind of what's been going on. It's really important to have a good herd sire in your herd. And like I said, we invested in what we got, and it's going to improve our herd. The plasters, where we got Megawatt and BT at, we believe in what they do. They got the numbers to prove it. If it wasn't a quality buck, I guarantee you they wouldn't sell them, or they wouldn't be breeding them. And we're just glad to be able to add them genetics to our herd. All right, it's hot, but I want to show you these dolings that are out of BT that we're keeping for the herd. And these girls right here, they on plenty of forage. But these are some of the ones that we crossed up, and we're going to recross again to try to get this. They have just kind of are what we're looking for in a doe. They got that frame to them. They're doing really well. Here's one of them right here. Here's 2 more out of BT. This one right here, she's a little bit younger, but here's another one. She's a standout. So So like I said, with taking some money and investing in a quality buck, or growing one out yourself, investing in a quality doe and growing out your own buck, it's worth it. Like these doelings right here, they're going to be 3/4 of our herd out of that buck. So, you know, we're going to retain these doelings, and then we're going to breed them to another buck, megawatt. We're going to breed them to a little bit different genetic and add them to our herd. So our herd is going to continue to get better. Like I said, not every goat is going to be a outstanding goat, but what we're looking for ourselves is that frame, that bone, that width between the legs, that chest, parasite resistance. We like the long body in them, and if you start picking out them traits for yourself, you're going to steadily improve your herd. And we know with investing in these quality bucks that we got, that we already got a good start, and that's just what we're going to continue to do. We're going to continue to look for them quality doelings and add them to our herd and continue to improve our herd. But I just wanted to give you a pretty good update on the bucks, how they're doing. We're just now starting to put them in breeding pastures. Just want to give you guys an update, let you know how things are going. I want to show you megawatt up close. But I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.